Hi, Aries rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 2nd of February until the 8th of February. Hopefully, you have listened to the general forecast because that's going to be giving you a lot of clues about how the energy pattern of the week is. So if you haven't done that, so I recommend doing that because it's in a separate video. But what is actually happening for you? First up is this is gonna talk. We're gonna talk about the Mercury and Venus sextile to Chiron. So that's activating your 11th and your first house. Maybe this is about you finding words to explain who you are to your community, and you receive instant validation from them. It can be a social invitation that might be leading to a conversation that heals a long-standing insecurity, for example, about your appearance. Maybe this is about you talking about your appearance and insecurities with a friend of yours. Maybe you realize that your radical ideas are exactly what your friends need to hear right now. Maybe you are ready to launch something online as well. Maybe you are ready to make an announcement about a specific life wound of yours. Maybe you feel this surge of beauty and worth as you align with your future goals, because then you can feel like that you have become the authentic self of yourself. Now we have got Saturn on 29 degree in your 11th house. It means that you are about to be finishing a 2.5 year karmic audit, pretty much of your subconscious mind, because this is not 11th house, sorry, 12th house. This is about a long-standing hidden enemy or self-sabotaging habits is finally being laid to rest, and you should be ready to move forward. Maybe you feel this final pressure to complete a project you have been doing in solitude. Maybe it's time for you to kind of close the books on a cycle. Maybe you are ready to be seen and you are not going to be spiritually isolated, or you are ready to attend a retreat as well. So you are somehow clearing the final 12 house fog before you step into this new identity, which you have to be very crystal clear about. Now, let's move on to the Venus and Uranus square. Sorry, actually, the Sun and Aquarius square first. Well, this is again in the 11th and the first house activation. Maybe actually the community that you are part of is giving you the fuel you need to sustain your personal goals. Maybe this is a surge of physical vitality. Maybe because you align your daily habits with your long-term vision as well. Maybe a group project that is giving you nurturing environment, and therefore you feel like that you are the leader of a group. Maybe you realize that feeding your social network actually feeds your own sense of self-worth as well. On top of that, uh, Mercury, which is entering the sign of Pisces, that's going to be your 12th house. And your mind is moving from the social data into something deeper. You can have mystical downloads, for example. Maybe you find yourself speaking more in symbols or dreams than in hard facts. Maybe you're gonna have to be listening to your intuition rather than just the news, so you can be switching off your phone and so forth. And you can even become a lot more poetic as well. You are less concerned potentially with logic, or maybe you are mentally preparing for a total surrender. Maybe you are ready to study something spiritual and so forth. Now we've got Venus squaring Uranus as well. Venus is in your 11th house, while Uranus is in your second house. And there could be a sudden shift, for example, in your social network. That might be causes a lightning bolt moment for your bank account. So therefore, it could indicate that there is a clash between your finances and your gains. For example, you want to be discussing a pay rise with a boss of yours, or you need to be helping a friend of yours with money, or potentially they might be asking you to hand them or give them a shoulder to cry on. But it also can indicate that you feel this radical urge to spend money, maybe on a high-tech piece, or there could be an unexpected disagreement with a friend that might be revealing major differences in your values. You might be breaking free from a social group that was limiting your financial growth. And last but not least, we have got the asteroids to look at. We have got Hopi and Phaeton entering the sign of Taurus for you. And that's going to be your second house, the house of money and values as well. So maybe you feel this kind of high-speed urge to multiply your income, but at the same time, you need to stay guarded. You need to be guarding your bank account against potentially taking some impulsive risks. We can have this get rich quick idea, but the long-term right action over the temporary financial thrills might be a smarter move for you. Maybe you realize that your physical vitality is your most valuable asset, and it needs deep, grounded maintenance. So even it could be talking to us about you want to be going for a diet, for example, with a friend of yours, and so forth. And even an unexpected resource might be appearing. And what am I going to be doing with that unexpected money? Am I going to be a reckless spender, or am I going to be investing that into something? But it looks like your self-worth is being tested. So, can I pursue my financial goals without losing my moral code, my soul integrity? And last but not least, we have got Nemesis entering Capricorn, which is your 10th house. And maybe you are forced to be impeccable at work, as any hidden enemy will or potentially could target your professional reputation. So let's just do a summary for exactly for each of you. Because maybe what could be very important is that we're going to have to be able to put this together. And it feels like that this is a week of a social or personal recalibration. Maybe you find these healing words, or you are ready to heal your own insecurities within a community, and that would be Mercury, Venus, and Chiron. But the real work happens behind the scenes as you close a 2.5 year karmic audit. And of course, that is enhanced by Mercury entering your 12th house as well as Saturn being on 29 degree. And maybe your ambition to grow your wealth or to make a change in your profession are heightened. But Nemesis in your career sector warns that only total professional integrity will protect your reputation this year. You need to remember that Nemesis will be here until almost the end of the year. So that's going to be an important point in our chart. So good luck the week ahead, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and most importantly, share your weekly kind of summary, how these energies played out for you. See you soon. Bye bye.